and welcome to my channel. My name is Milesy. A couple of days ago, I did an unboxing for a KoKoWill diamond painting, and again, all of their information is down in the description below. You guys can go check them out. Well, I did 2 streams and then a day off stream, and I got it finished. And I am in love with this piece, honestly. I'm really pleased with how it turned out. It's super sparkly, and I love the detail. I think the detail is my favorite part just because I think we've all seen some bad ones. I showed you guys the unicorn last week. That was just ridiculous. But this one, it's 40 by 30 centimeters. I don't know what that equals in quote-unquote stitch dimensions, but yeah, it's pretty decently detailed. Like, it did lose some detail, but you know, for the size and for the design, it looks really good. It's something that I actually want to find a frame for, whether that means going down to Michael's and getting it custom framed, or just hoping I get lucky at Goodwill and finding something that fits. But yeah, super duper pleased with it. Look at this, it's super sparkly. But I'm going to put that down now because I'm sick of holding it up. But I do want to talk about it a little bit. This was the one, they gave me a list of kits to pick from. This is the one that I picked. They did not pay me to do this video. They just sent me the kit in exchange for the video review, so that's what I'm doing now. And it had the round beads, the round drills. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of the round ones. Coverage is not as nice. You can get little bits kind of stuck in there in the gaps. What I really like about the square ones, like I did with the rose, was that they all kind of lock together a little bit and they will force each other into line. I had a really big problem in some areas, especially in the black, keeping everything in line and where it needed to be, just because the round ones don't really lock together very well. I can see why people like the round ones though. They do look really cool, but I found them a little bit more difficult to use. And they came in, let me see if I can find one of these little tiny packages that I've had to tape together. And they weren't DMC matched, which I'm not sure how standard it is to match these to DMC colors. The ones that I buy from Australia are matched, so I'm not really sure if that's an unusual thing or not, especially since all of the diamond painting I've done in the past were designs that I have made myself. But they do sparkle really nicely. They didn't feel any more or less cheap than the other ones that I've used. I mean, I'm not really sure how cheap the little resin beads could feel. One thing I did notice is that the pen that it came with, this is the pen that it came with, and this is the pen that I bought from Australia. It does not have this little bit here. So when I got to the black, I'm thinking, oh, well, that's just going to be a disaster trying to do that one by one. So when I came back for the second stream, I had done about half the colors on the first day, came back on the second stream to do the other half, and I grabbed my other pen, which you can do 3 at a time. It doesn't want to focus, but I think most of you are probably familiar. For those who aren't, you have the end right here, which will do 1 bead at a time, kind of like that, and then this one will do 3 at a time. It can hold them in there, and I tried using this on various parts of the wings where there are big patches of color, and it doesn't work. I don't know if it's because the drills are round. I don't know if it's because this is a slightly different count than I'm used to. I don't think it is. I think it had more to do with the drills being round and therefore shifting a little bit more easily because they can get closer together if they move out of alignment. But yeah, there are some spots on there where everything just looks really weird because the next thing I know, I've managed to fit 4 beads into the space of 3 somehow. Didn't like that. Didn't like that at all. So I went back and had to do all of that black. All of this black was done one at a time, and it was 3 hugely stuffed full bags of black. I'm not sure how many beads it wound up being in the end, but that took an entire day just off camera, and that's why I didn't want to do the black on camera, because oh boy, that took forever. So that was kind of the one little about it, and I think that was the biggest reason why I didn't like the round ones, because I had to do the whole thing one at a time, and that was a lot. But no, it looks really good. I'm super pleased with it. The only other problem I had was kind of a me problem, I guess. Because when I was working on this, it's small enough that I took off the entire plastic. And I took off the entire plastic because it's all one big single piece. And when I tried to just have part of it exposed, it was just annoying and in the way, and it was crinkling all over the microphone, and it kept just falling back down. So I said, screw it, took the whole thing off, worked on the whole thing at once, which was fine. It was absolutely fine. It's a pretty small one as they go. And at the end of the first night, when I went to go close down, I put the plastic back on.
Of all the problems I expected with this thing, having the wrong side of the plastic was not one. And my little painter's tape that I'm using to tack this down is not strong enough. Shit. Oh no, 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 no. I kind of need 3 hands to fix this. Shit, man. Lesson learned. There's a wrong side to the plastic.
And there's a wrong side to the plastic. So that plastic got stuck and it was a disaster. I was worried that it wasn't going to work because I had done, there are 18 colors. I had done 8 of them. I did almost half of them on the first day. And oh my God, I was so panicked. My mom called and killed my video. Anyway, I was just super panicked and was worried that it would have ruined the glue and that I wouldn't be able to continue. But I came back a couple days later. I was so upset with it that I just put it down and walked away for a couple of days. And when I went back to it the other day, kind of wasn't even sure that I'd be able to work on it, but it worked just fine even after the plastic got completely stuck to it. So that was kind of a me problem, but at the same time, I would have never expected there to be a wrong side of the plastic. So what I wound up doing that first night after I got the plastic on correctly was I just grabbed a big permanent marker and wrote up on it so that I knew which way to put it back down the next time. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this. I'm really pleased with the detail. When you go on their pages on Amazon, on their listings, they show you kind of the example images, which are very high resolution and full of detail, and then they will also show you what the chart looks like, and you can compare them and see how it will look. And I went through looking at all of them, and they all look really good. They're about the same level of detail. I think they're all the same size, but don't quote me on that. I'm not sure. But they did all look pretty much just as good as this one. There were no unicorns. Let's put it that way. There were no unicorns. Everything looked good. Everything was really pretty. This sparkles so nicely. The round rails do make it sparkle a little bit differently than the square ones I've noticed. And I don't have the rose out. I don't even know where it is, or I'd compare those two. But super duper pleased with it. This was about 3 days doing it all one at a time. Granted, 2 of those days were very long days, but still got it done pretty easily. So if you're looking for a quick little project that might take you about a week if you don't work on it as intensely as I did, go check them out. They're on Amazon. They've got a Facebook page. I will link both of those down in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye!